Hey guys, welcome back. So today, basically what we're doing is we're just going to be sitting down, playing with some makeup, just kind of therapeutically coming up with something that might be cute. We're not sure yet, but hopefully it'll make me feel a little bit better. I'm just feeling kind of funky and weird. I just go through that every few months. I just get a little uninspired, and the quarantine situation is not really helping that. So whenever I feel like that, I just like to sit down and play with some new makeup. And if you guys want to watch, join me, follow along. That's amazing. So we're just gonna get started. And that's how every video starts. We're just gonna get started with the start of the video. P.S. If you have not tried this, I just keep pushing this AHA water. Is it AHA? Is it AHA? Or is it AHA? I'm not really sure the pronunciation, but this flavor in particular is caffeinated with electrolytes, and it's just my jam. I really love it. Let's do the eyes first, I guess. Let me just throw some concealer on my eyes really quick. I don't really like eye primers. I know you're supposed to use eye primer, but I just like prefer concealer, and I don't have oily lids, so I just like to use concealer. So I'm just gonna dot. I also like using concealer because I have like really dark inner corners. So if I don't use concealer, I feel like I just start off looking like death, and that's not really a good way to get things going. Actually, really quick before I do my eyes, I wanted to try this new Becca Zero Virtual No Pigment Foundation and see if it does anything for my face before we actually go in with foundation. I'm very intrigued. So basically it's just this little pot of this clear, kind of like silicone-y substance. It's really cooling though to the touch, which is interesting. Just putting this on my face, and I'm gonna let it like hang out while I do my eyes, and we can see if it does anything for my life. So it feels really nice on my skin. It doesn't really feel like I put anything on, like it dries down nicely. Do you feel like it's working? Do you feel like it's doing anything? I kind of feel like it evened out like the redness in my cheeks and minimized my pores. I don't know, we'll see. Let's move on to the eyes. I wanted to try out this palette from Mcgrath. I don't think I've ever used any of her shadows on my channel before, but this is the Rose Decadence palette, which is absolutely stunning. I love the color scheme of this. It's kind of fun and colorful, but not too crazy. And also, I saw on their Instagram that they used this palette for Cardi B's eyeshadow in the WAP music video, which, I don't know, how do we feel about that? I personally really like the song. Like, I know people are saying like, oh my god, it's so filthy, but have you guys ever like listened to hip hop or rap ever? Like, have you ever heard the song My Neck, My Back? Just saying. Or what's another one? Play by David Banner. Those are some pretty filthy songs. I feel like I'm just used to it, and I don't know, this generation or just this time period in life that we're experiencing, everyone just likes to complain about everything, and it's kind of annoying. But anyways, that's not what this is about. But first I'm gonna go in with this corally shade, and we're gonna get the show on the road. So I'm gonna pop that into my crease. I should look at a picture of Cardi's makeup and see if I can kind of recreate it. I'll have to take a look. Wow, that eyeshadow just blended so freaking good. No wonder these palettes are so expensive. There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. So here's Cardi's makeup. It's definitely nothing too crazy. I feel like I could recreate something like this. I don't know if I want to do such a dramatic version, but maybe get lightly inspired. So then I'm gonna go in with this shade down here, and I'm just gonna start by kind of dragging that outward. But yeah, I'm really a fan of the song. Personally, I don't feel like I'm a prude person. I don't like to say body parts. Like, I don't like to say the P word, like, in either gender. I just don't. Like, my friends and my boyfriend would definitely tell you I don't like to say words like that. But obviously I swear, and I don't mind it like in a song. But in my perfect world, WAP would stand for wings and pizza. And I feel like most of us can relate to that, you know? It's a WAP. Every single weekend, it's a WAP. Wings and pizza. Okay, so I don't feel like this really looks anything like Cardi's, but that's okay. I'm doing my own thing. It's a WAP. A weak ass portrayal of Cardi's makeup. Then I'm gonna take those two colors we just used in the crease and I'm gonna mix them and put it on the lower lash just to kind of connect it up so it can be a WAP. There's some hoes in the sauce, there's some hoes in the sauce. Then I'm gonna go in with the light kind of pinky shade just on my finger and tap it in. Tap, tap, tap. That is a different song. Are you guys proud of me doing reels on Instagram? I'm so proud of myself. I never got into TikTok, and now that it might be banned, like I don't really, I mean, whatever. But I just like that it's in the same app as Instagram because I'm just an old soul and I don't like to have too many apps on my phone. But yeah, I've kind of been loving it. I'm just gonna go back in and blend right above that. It's fun, and yeah, let me know if there's like anything you guys want to see on there. Then I think I'm gonna go in with this golden shade, just a teeny tiny bit on my finger and put it in the center of the lid. Just like a little bit. Then I'm gonna go in with like a flat brush like this and really wiggle it into the base of my lash line. I'm really enjoying how this is coming out. Pat Mcgrath. Then I'm just gonna take a little bit of face powder. This is a Charlotte Tilbury face powder, and I'm gonna use this underneath my brow bone since there wasn't a color for that in the palette. Using like a light face powder works perfectly for that. It also just helps blend that shadow transition. I know a lot of people love this for their under eyes, but it has talc in it, so I don't use it for that. I've tried it and I don't think it's anything like that crazy. I mean, I know that's like probably gonna offend some people, but I feel like I'm not really missing out. So then I'm just gonna apply a little bit of mascara. I'm gonna use this one from e.l.f. It's called Keep Your Curl. I'm gonna do a false lash today, so I'm not gonna apply too much. So now I'm gonna do liner, and I know it sounds weird, but lately I've been doing my liner after mascara. I don't know what it is about it, but I feel like sometimes I can see exactly where it needs to be once I have mascara on. I don't know if that makes sense, but I've also been using my Urban Decay Brow Blade as an eyeliner. It's a dark brown. This is the shade Dark Drapes, and I just really love the tip of it. It's very fine, and it makes doing liner really easy, and it's softer than a black. So I've just been loving this. And I haven't found a brown liner that I like that has the tip of this. It's like a very fine brush tip, not a felt tip. I feel like felt tips are a little bit thicker and not as fine as this. So yeah, I'll show you guys how I've been doing this. I've also been doing the top line first instead of the bottom, which you'll see. I don't know why, I just have. So I just kind of draw the top line. And I'm just acting like I don't have like a hooded kind of crease coming down. You have to keep your eyes open and basically look forward the whole time, otherwise it's not gonna come out good. But then I just take the underneath and connect it. And then I fill it in. Okay, so then we'll do this side. So that's basically as good as it's gonna get for right now. For lashes, I'm gonna go in with these. They're the double 113s, and I'm gonna trim them like halfway. When you're doing like a half lash, you always wanna trim the really long parts. That way when you set it down in the middle of your eye, it's not like super long and it's more gradual. So now that I look like I may fly away, I am gonna try out this new Matte Velvet Skin Concealer from Makeup Forever. This one says it is 24-hour high coverage multi-use concealer. So I'm assuming I'm not gonna need much of this at all. So I'm just gonna take a little bit right here. I swatched this on my hand and I could already tell this is gonna be super like full coverage. So I'm just gonna put it under my eyes, tiny bit on my nose, tiny bit on my chin, and a tiny bit right here. And you'll notice that this is more like skin tone color and not super bright. Just don't feel like that's flattering on my face shape. I may go in with a teeny bit brighter one afterwards, but I'm gonna start with just this one. Just gonna start blending this. And then I'm gonna take a tiny bit of 3.4 and just add a little bit to brighten. And obviously I'm doing this before my foundation because I want it to look as natural as possible. And I don't really need foundation underneath my eyes anyway, you know, because I'm putting the concealer there. I feel like that concealer covered really nicely. And even though it's matte, it doesn't look too drying. So now I'm gonna go in with this Smashbox Halo Tinted Moisturizer. This is the Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturizer, SPF 25. It says this ultra lightweight tinted moisturizer is infused with primer so it lasts all day. It primes, moisturizes, perfects, and protects. So that sounds pretty great. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this just on the back of my hand, and I'm using the shade Tan. And I'm just gonna go in with this little brush here. It's from IT Cosmetics. And I'm gonna start just kind of buffing this into my skin. And I don't know if this is gonna be the correct shade, but here's hoping. This is actually covering a lot more than I thought. Oh gosh. No, this is, well, it's not too dark considering what my body looks like, but maybe I should not have done that. I should not have done my concealer first with this product. Oh my God, Oompa Loompa, what is happening? Well, we're not gonna need much bronzer, that's for sure. Okay, before you guys attack me for this, I was not intentionally doing that, so let me go in. Let me just go in with more concealer because we're gonna need more to balance out this craziness that just occurred. Something had to backfire at some point, so let me just try to do some damage control. That wasn't ideal. Now I'm wearing more concealer than I wanted to, but whatever. That tinted moisturizer, I mean, it's nice. It's definitely more full coverage and a thicker consistency than like my YSL one that I love, the all-in-one glow from YSL, the Touche Eclat. So I just wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for the coverage. I thought it was gonna be more sheer, but it was not sheer. It was pretty opaque. So I'm gonna move on and hope that we can figure this out. But now I'm gonna add some cream blush and powder blush. So for that, I'm gonna be using the new Patrick Ta Blush Duos. It comes with a cream blush and also a powder blush. So I have not tried these yet, but I love Patrick Ta and all of his work. So I'm excited to try this. This one is in the shade Do We Know Her, which I love the name. So I'm gonna go in and just apply the cream first. Oh, very dewy and glistening, which I'm enjoying. I don't know if this color is really going with the eyeshadow, but I don't really care. This is divine on my face. It is just, oh yes, I need this in all shapes and sizes. Love that. Let's put a little on the nose like we try to always do. Then I'm just gonna take the powder side and kind of like dab over it to set it. I I wish I didn't have a buttload of that tinted moisturizer on underneath, because I can feel it. Like, it feels thick on my face. Probably because I applied way too much. Now I'm gonna go in with my Chanel Libre Universal Poudre, which is not how it's said. But I'm gonna go in with this. I love this powder. It's a tinted translucent powder that's talc free. I love it. It comes in a big ass jar, and I'm in the shade 30. So I'm gonna use this to set my under eye. And that is gonna tone down that blush as well. I'm gonna take the other side, and I'm gonna buff this just all over my face. Hopefully this helps everything come together a little bit better. Then just to add a little bit of contour and dimension, I'm gonna go in with the Laguna mattes from NARS. I love that they came out with a matte version of this. And I'm just gonna use this to define. And I don't need much bronzing. I'm just using this to contour and sculpt my face. It's a nice color for that. It has a little bit of an olive undertone to it, so it's cool enough to use as a contour. So I'm just gonna do a little nose contour. And I always feel like my nose contour doesn't really look like anything on camera, but if I do it more dramatic in person, it looks absolutely insane. So then for my highlight, I'm gonna go in with this Halo Glow highlighter duo from Smashbox. It says that one side is a putty and the other side is a powder. This is the Golden Pearl shade, by the way. I don't feel like either of them feel like powders, but the colors are super pretty. This side over here is kind of like a cream. It's not as pigmented. I'm just gonna take the powder side, do my nose, and ooh, my upper lip. I really don't highlight my cheeks anymore. I just don't really like it. So I'm not doing that. Then for my inner corner, I wanted to try this Aqua Resist Smoky Shadow from Makeup Forever. This is in the shade Peony. It's this really pretty frosty pink, which I thought would go good with this eyeshadow look. So I'm just gonna kind of pop it in there, just so it's nice and bright. Oh, I still have to do my brows. Oh my gosh, I hate doing my brows. I wish somebody would just do them for me. So now for my brows, I am going to try out the new Benefit Micro Filling pen. Yeah, so it has this really teeny tiny pen tip, which is supposed to mimic like microblading. So let's give it a try. I've tried like a few that are similar to this and I haven't really loved them. So we'll see how this goes. But in theory, I feel like I would like them, but I don't know. I kind of just prefer my Urban Decay brow blade usually, but this is nice. The only thing I don't like about this is that there's no spoolie. Like, I feel like you need a spoolie to brush everything in place. It is super quick and easy though. I think this would be good just for like an everyday, like really quick type of brow product. I am going in with a little bit of pencil. This is the Doll 10 Archiever pencil. For me personally, I just feel like the brow pen does not stick to my skin very well. It's probably because I have foundation and all that on, So maybe if you don't do that first, it'll stay better. Then, I feel like this video is gonna be so long. I have the Fenty, this is not Starbucks, Fenty Brow MVP. It's like a brow wax. So this, I've actually tried on bare hair and I really liked it. It kind of is like soap brows. So it's just like a wax that you kind of go through your brows to hold them in place. So much easier than soap brows, to be honest with you. And so you go through it like this, and then it has a really nice little toothbrush type thing on the other side, and it just gets them nice and fluffy, which I love a fluffy brow. So this is a nice alternative to brow gel. Sometimes the brow gel looks a little crunchy and not as feathery as I like, and it's not touchable. You know, sometimes brow gel makes your eyebrows feel crispy, which I'm not into. And then you can kind of just lay them down with your finger. So I actually really like that Fenty product with eyebrow pencils and pens, or just by itself, like on a no makeup day. It's really nice too. Almost forgot to do my bottom lashes. I can kind of just blend these together. So we're almost done. I'm gonna go in and line my lips with Marc Jacobs Eau Coco, which is a really nice kind of deep brownie nude. And I think I'm gonna copy Cardi's lip look because I have the Pat McGrath lipstick that she is wearing in the video also. I don't have the lip liner, but this is like similar. And then the lipstick is this one. It's the Pat McGrath Lip Fetish Lip Shine in the shade Nude Venus. So it's like a shiny lipstick, which I have really been loving. I love the Fenty shiny, it's like sheer shiny lipsticks. I really love those, and these I love too. Actually, I don't know that, I've never tried it, but I think I'm gonna love it. Ooh, yes. Ugh. Dude, I just love this. Like, do you see how wet and juicy that looks? Love. Instant love. See, I knew I was gonna love that. And with that dark liner, it just makes my lips look very nice and juicy, very wet. It's a wop. It's a wop. It's a wet ass pout. It's a wet ass. Okay? Then last but not least, it's gonna be another WAP. We're gonna do the Patrick Ta She's Thirsty Skin Mist. I love the name She's Thirsty. That's so fun and fitting for this video. So let me get it going. Love the name, love the packaging, love the mister on that. Just overall a love. One last thing, I'm gonna add a little bit of black eyeliner in my waterline. I always do this, especially when I have lashes on. It just makes them blend a little bit more and you don't see that weird like skin bit in there. But yeah, so I'm gonna let this dry down. I'm gonna do something to my hair because I feel like it's really ugly, and then I'll come back and show you guys the final look, even though you're already seeing it right now. But yeah, I'm actually really, really obsessed with how the eyes especially turned out. I think the eyes and the lip, I'm just so about them. So shout out to Pat McGrath for not sponsoring this video, but for sending me the goods because I really think that they were good. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It's definitely a WAP. I'm gonna stop saying WAP, okay? But thank you for watching. Thank you for WAPing. WAP. Isn't that another song? Let me see you do the WAP. WAP, WAP. There's another song, but that's with an O. What does that WAP stand for? Never mind. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.
I'm talking WAP, WAP, WAP. Weird ass ponytail. I don't understand how people are doing different hairstyles. I only look good in one hairstyle, and it's not this. I'm about to go make some dinner. Macaroni in the pot.
I'm home.
Okay.
I'm gonna go outside.
Okay. There's some balls in the pot. There's some holes in the pot.